Hey everybody, how are you? Good, I hope. I'm thinking about judgment, judging others, being judged by others. And when I first started thinking about this, I thought, oh, this should be an easy one. I should be able to hash out some good principles here. Though the more I thought about it, actually I became way more aware of how much I respond to the judgment of others than what I was initially aware of. How much changes and how many ways I adapt to society. My main attachment to society, my workplace. I adapt like crazy for that. So much of the changes to how I look, to how I speak, even how I stand, like physically, all these different presentations I do and change. To get a positive judgment from people that only have a moment to come to a conclusion. And, in business, you want them to come to the conclusion that you've thought out ahead of time. You don't want to leave that up to them. And then the second largest connector to society, and here's about judgment. Here I am at 42. You think I would have a fair bit of experience with being judged or judging others, except for when I built my tiny house. I did, other than how I was going to comport myself, how I was going to behave in my neighborhood, because I'm really at the mercy of my neighbors. If one of them calls the city and says this person's been there longer than a month, whoop, out I go, evicted. But that's the good thing about being on wheels. But I didn't consider what the judgment of my neighbors might be, because I was doing something weird. I was building and moving into a tiny house. So I was surprised when the judgment turned out to be one of protection, in that they assumed that anybody that has to build their own roof over their head and is prepared to live on the street in a trailer, in a cabin they built themselves, well, that person needs our protection, needs our compassion and our assistance. Some of them, it hasn't happened in a long time, but they used to bring food for my dog. They were worried that maybe I couldn't feed my dog, and they also probably wanted to meet me, make sure I wasn't nuts. So they're pleasantly relieved that I was only a little nuts, but the kind that you like, and that my dog was healthy and happy and not dangerous, and that we were grateful and were aware of their kindness. Oh, here's one thing I was thinking about judgment. I was thinking about the part from Shakespeare, the never a lender nor borrower be. It was advice from a father to a son. Like, I'm going to give you this page of advice, and then I really want you to hit the road too, because you're hanging out here talking to your mom. It's getting on my nerves. But one of the things he's talking about is that, like, your society, you'll be judged by who you associate with. And so thus, who you associate with should be your social betters, or your business betters, or people who've got their eye on high things. And so hopefully that'll reflect on you as someone who has similar goals, and also, I imagine, if you hang out with people who are striving for more, that you then will strive for more, being a part of a group and a society that will affect you. And if you're hanging out with a group of people that where it's negative and poisonous, then that's what your life's going to be like. That's the rough idea. And maybe that's like kind of like some okay framework, though I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think it can't be avoided that people will judge you by the people you're around. But I suppose it's about what you're trying to get or what you do get from those people. Like I used to be an instructor, and I would want to practice and train with people who were, I just admired everything about who they were as practitioners. But there were students that were the same way. There were things that I learned just right off the bat. I didn't even have to think about it, just things I could do. And there are other people that had trouble with that. And so I had to rethink, what if I hadn't have learned this so instantly? What if I have to think about something that I didn't think about? And so this person made me better by having to rethink about their struggle. So, as far as Keela, over here, bud. Keela, no, over here. I know there's something over there that's great, but we're gonna have to ignore it. Poor guy. So I guess that's the thing. It's like you can never really know about judgment. I mean, it's probably best made gently from you to you, and if directed at you from society in general, it should probably land in a kind of a lobby where it could be considered and then shown the door, or adopted depending on its value to you. But if someone said, looked at me and said, "Oh, Earl's always hanging out with, those troubled students," and they come to these conclusions based on that, and rather than the conclusion I got was, these people, their struggles with learning actually are teaching me way more than I'm teaching them. And it's the same thing when I'm hanging out with these people who are just astound me with their ability. So that's part of like the intelligent choice of the society that you stay in. Yeah, I guess that's good enough for now. And you're getting rained on, so we should probably get you inside. All right, everybody. I shall see you in the tubes. And when I see you there, I'll try not to judge you.